Well, good evening, everyone. This is Jared from Rustin Rich's Garage. We are fixing to do a starter swap on a 454 big block GM. We have a new vehicle that we acquired in the past week. We're going to have some videos coming up with it. Unfortunately, we had some starter issues when we purchased it, got stranded for a while, put a makeshift starter that somebody brought us on it, and it got us home. However, a couple days later, went to go move said project, and it looks like the starter either needs to be shimmed properly or it's just no good. Tired of fooling with it. We're just going to go ahead and slap a brand new unit on it. We just went to the parts store, and this is what we're working with. Gonna put that on there, and the test vehicle is going to be this 85 Allegro Class A camper. So stay tuned while we get this starter on, get everything changed, and we will show you the vehicle soon. All right, so we are up underneath the big block 454 camper. This is your starter. So GM used a couple different style starters across the small block and big block. This is what we would call a cross pattern starter, where the bolts here are diagonal. GM did have a starter that was straight across. This is the style that we have and that we're going to replace. So we're going to go ahead and knock this down. These are 9/16 bolts. We did have a couple of issues when we first put this used starter up in it. It probably needed to be shimmed, but we're going to double check the bolts. I bought brand new starter bolts as well. May use those, may not. Just depends. Now that it's daytime and it's not 3:30 in the morning and we're stranded 5 hours from home, I can kind of think about how I want to do this. But anyways, without further ado, let's get to it, guys. All right, after some battling, we have the new starter on, ground wires hooked up. So it was getting a little dark, but this is pretty straightforward. Your bottom bolts here are usually 9/16. Your main power stud on the solenoid up here with the red wire, that is usually 5/8. I will tell you, the aftermarket starter, they changed the nut to metric. It was like 17 millimeter, I think. That kind of ticked me off. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. We're gonna climb in the camper, see if it's gonna start or if we need to shim and where to go from here. My arms are definitely hurting. GM and these big starters, I'm so glad this is a thing of the past, but unfortunately, here we are. All right, starter is in. Let's see if we get some fire. Boom, just like that. That's what we wanted to see right there. That's exactly what we wanted. Get all that shut back up. And I guess we'll give you a quick little tour. Here's the old starter. That is definitely not fun to change in the mud, but you know, we did it. Gotta go through this quadrajet on this thing. It idles a little high. The choke's probably kicked on a little bit, but it idles high most of the time. So many things to do to this thing. It's dirty. What do y'all want me to do with it? I'm about to pressure wash it ASAP. We're going to take it down to the Moultrie swap meet in South Georgia in 2 weeks. That's going to be kind of a shakedown for it. We bought it in Alabama, drove it home from Alabama to Georgia. The only problem we had was the starter went out. We put an old starter on it. It got us home. It crapped out again. Now she's got new starter bolts, new starter, so I think that problem is fixed. But we don't know what else we're going to run into, but we're definitely going to put it on the road in 2 weeks to go to the swap meet, hang out, If you happen to be down there watching this video, come hang out with us. Come have a beer with us. We'll see y'all soon.